What's going on, everybody? Back at it again with another Brickz podcast. We missed a week, but I mean, the theme of this week, well, the theme of the whole semester has been consistency. So, another episode, we coming back with y'all, man. What's going on, Shibo?
Nothing much, man. We just trying to get through the semester. It's that time of the year again. All the work's piling up. We almost at the finish line, y'all. Just keep going.
It's grind time. Yeah. So this is our fourth episode. I just checked. The last one was on the downfall of UNC Basketball. Last time we talked, we were starting to get into transfer portal stuff a little bit. We're going to touch on that a little bit more later in the episode. But we did mix a week, so we got some catching up to do, man. So first of all, spring break, man. How was your spring break?
My spring break was very chill. I went back home to Georgia, and spent some time with my homies down there. One of my best friends, Steven. Shout out Steven. It was his 21st birthday, and we went down there to Mercer for the weekend. Had us a good time. Came back.
And when you say had a good time, what do you mean by that? Like,
oh no, nothing crazy happened. Nothing crazy happened. We just we just went down there to chill, fellowship, and then fellowship, and then I came back home and spent some time with the fam. So that's what it was all about. I was back in Chapel Hill by Wednesday.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the next week in this last stretch.
The last stretch, man. We almost done.
It's almost over.
Senior year is approaching. Shout out class of 24. Shout out class of 23, I guess, man. We gonna be losing Shibo, y'all. We gonna be losing Shibo. Not for real.
Yeah.
We'll still have Shibo around for the episodes, but how does it feel? You about to graduate, man.
Bro, I didn't realize how stressful this time would be.
Yeah.
Like I always been serious about school, but this is probably the most I can't mess up.
Yeah, facts.
I felt like my whole 3 years here. So it's that, and then trying to figure out what you're going to do after school, graduate school. I'm looking at that, finding a place to live, because I will be here in Chapel Hill for next year.
Yeah.
I will be here, so I won't be totally out the picture. But, yeah, it's stressful. But it is fun knowing that you'll have that degree, you'll have that accomplishment at the end of it all come May 14th. So, yeah.
May 14th, man. Oh, my gosh. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I remember we started off at E-House.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey ever since, man.
This
isn't the fall-off tour right now, though.
No. I remember we was just talking to Bryson in the pit, man. I was talking to him about how it was supposed to be me and him, and then you and Zay.
Yeah, Isaiah. Shout out Isaiah.
Yeah, man. COVID took that away from us, but it's all good, though. We all ended up being brothers,
Facts.
Still sharing the love here at UNC, so.
My boy Shibo doing big things, man. But yeah, man, spring break for me was crazy. I went to Miami. That was a whole experience. I'd never been to Miami before. So first of all, we drove. That's like a smooth 12 hours. So it was me, my boy Vaughn, AP, George, Keyshawn, Jarvis. We all rode up there. The ride was the worst part. Like, it was a smooth ride. Don't get me wrong. The ride was smooth. But during my time while we're going up there, because I did close to the second end of it. So I did the last, 2.5 hours right before the final stretch. We get stuck on the highway. So I'm thinking it's about to be just a normal, roadblock. I'm like, we had traffic earlier on the way down here. Here we go again. So it's standstill traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, we supposed to get there already. We left that morning at 10. We weren't gonna get there until Saturday at 12 or so, 11 earliest.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, we're gonna try to get there around 11 or so, have some time. We were supposed to get there by 10, but I was like, we'll get there around 11, have some time to change, go out. We get stuck in this traffic, bro.
Yeah.
Standstill traffic. So first I'm like, traffic. But, I'm driving, so I'm like, just give me a little time to chill, my little break, get on my phone.
Yeah.
Another 30 minutes pass. I'm like, okay, what's going on? We're stuck here. So people start literally opening their doors, getting out their cars to see what's going on.
That is crazy.
So apparently, it's a crazy accident. I can't see what's going on. I hop out the car. I'm looking like, what's going on? As I'm looking, I kid you not, we see a helicopter in the air. I'm like, dang, that helicopter getting a little low, ain't it?
Yeah.
It keep getting lower and lower and lower. Lands in the middle of the highway, like where we are. Mind you, we've been in the same area for almost an hour now. The helicopter lands right there, dead in the middle. I ain't never seen no helicopter land like that. So I'm like, okay, yeah, this gotta be something crazy.
So they had to move cars out the way.
Nah, like, so pretty much behind us, there was an exit. If I would have took that exit, I would have been fine. We would have been free.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking the traffic jam is a little on the maps. Just saying it's only gonna be about 10, 20 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I'll get out the yellow soon.
Yeah.
In there for an hour. Helicopter land. My assumption is that somebody on a motorcycle got hit, flew off the motorcycle somewhere. They had to probably go find Buddy who flew off. When by the time we drove by a motorcycle gang, they got all their motorcycles lined up off the thing. And the whole time I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? Because I had never seen a helicopter just land in the highway, bro. So they land. I'm starting to get mad. But the thing is, now I don't know if this is true. Like I said, I'm putting together off of my investigation of the scene that it was probably somebody who was on the motorcycle. And plus, before then, it was like 4 groups of cyclists who was beside me who kept, the way they was lined up was like, it was one person right here, another person right here. Like, you could not merge over. So I'm like, okay, if somebody merges or tries to merge, you flying off of that motorcycle.
Yeah, you're done.
You're done. You're cooked. So I think that's probably what happened because them group of cyclists was not up there by the time we got to that standstill. So I mean, my prayers goes out to
I'll be all right.
anybody who may have gotten hurt. But yeah, so that's just how the trip started. So, but now we finally get down there. It's smooth. We got a nice little Airbnb. It's in the hood, but it's renovated. So like they literally have a gate in front of our building. I don't know what it's for. Like you can get out the car and just open up the gate. But I'm like, okay, we nice. We in this nice little renovated house. It got a gate in front of it. We thinking it's like an automatic open as you approach it. So we drive up to the gate. We just sitting there. I'm like, is the gate going to open? So he's like, Keyshawn, get out the car. We get out the car. We just got to pull the gate. So for one, we got no protection for real because the gate,
anybody
you
can
just pull it. It's aesthetic, straight aesthetic. You go in there though, it's nice. We had a little old school arcade thing in there. Nice flat screen TV in the living room, all that stuff. Okay. That night, I don't even think we really ended up going out doing anything for real. I think we tried to hit the beach. That was closed. Won't many people out there. People walking the strip, the South Beach Strip. So we really didn't get moving until that Sunday. And that Sunday was really where things really started to pick up. Yeah. We went out to brunch. You know what I'm saying? Had a nice time. Enjoyed a few mimosas. Yeah. It was a nice, 21 drink mimosas. Yeah. Catch a little vibe. So after brunch, I lose my phone. I'm like, where is my phone at? I'm trying to look and find it. George is like, bro, it's probably somewhere in the car. Like, you just overlooking it. I'm like, nah, bro, I promise you I had it. So we get out the car. I'm walking around. I'm like, where's my phone? We go back into the mall because we go into this mall. I'm looking for my phone. It's not in my pocket. Jarvis and all the other guys, they driving around trying to follow us while we're walking around. So fast forward, the whole time it's in the car. So Jarvis run down the window, bro, your phone in the car, man, your phone in the car. I'm mad now because I'm genuinely thinking that it's lost. Now I look stupid and dumb because I'm over here walking around trying to find my phone. It's been in the car this whole time. So I go in there, I'm mad. Because I already know Jarvis going to be on some stuff trying to make fun. And I was like, no, I ain't trying to hear that. Because George was the only one helping me this whole time.
Right.
So, once I said that, we was already amped up. We was just kept getting more amped up and more amped up. But, we nobody fought for real. Nobody. It did get a little heated in the car, I will say. But, we LBs. We cool. We cooled things down. But the funny part was really George in the back, like, y'all LBs, bro, chill. Don't be doing all this. Don't be doing all this. Vaughn over there recording it. Vaughn in the back seat just, Vaughn over there instigating recording. Don't know what Keyshawn AP doing. So Bro, something. So that was how that Sunday went. Ended up going back, took a nice little nap, chilled, enjoyed the vibes that night. And then after that, I'm fast forward a little bit, so I don't spend all podcasts talking about my trip. But we did jet skis, and jet skis was so fun, bro. Like being in Miami, if you got some things planned and got some stuff to do, like you really feel like you're rich or something, bro. Because like I was on the jet skis. I know y'all seen my story. I had the sunglasses on. Like y'all couldn't tell me nothing. I was a whole different Jalen the whole time I was in Miami. Like the vibes was good. I'm over there. You know that meme with DJ Khaled? He over there on the. I was trying to do all that, bro. Like the jet skis was cool, bro, but it was tiring. So by the time we got done with the jet skis, once again like some old man went back, crashed at the B&B. Ended up going out again that night. I believe we went to Fort Lauderdale, and that was just packed, just people everywhere. And then right before we left, we did this private yacht type of vibe thing. That was cool. We linked up with some friends from UNC. Definitely a little vibe. We had fun. We had music. Everybody was turned. Jarvis, if you seen my story, you know. I ain't even going. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. But we did have fun on the boat, bro. But yeah, man, spring break was smooth. I hope everybody else who was out on their break enjoyed themselves and had fun and was safe. I know once we came back, they actually had some shootings in Miami, and it was literally a spot that George and I went to. That the one of the shootings that happened at. So he sent in the group chat. We were like, dang, bro, this is the same spot that we went out to eat at, bro. So, I mean, God is good, bro. He definitely kept us safe. So, yeah, that spring break in a nutshell. Spring break 2023, crazy, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm glad y'all had fun, man, because, I mean, it's been a minute since we had some warm weather, good vibes. And,
it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. So, glad y'all got to go out there, man.
Long overdue.
Yeah.
Warm weather, good vibes. We supposed to get some more warm weather soon, and good vibes with this Dreamville.
We out here in flannels and hoodies.
Yeah.
It's March 30th.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Are you going to Dreamville?
I'm not going to Dreamville.
I'm not going to Dreamville either. I heard it's supposed to be good weather for one, and then two, Drake is coming to Raleigh.
Hey, tell me how did y'all not get Drake to come to UNC and make the Drake to Drake connection? We couldn't get a deal on that.
FSM.
You know, Drake May.
Oh,
that's all
Drake X Drake May.
Connection.
Drake NIL deal. OVO NIL deal.
Come on, UNC.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
QAB. Presidents.
The NIL people.
Hey, we need that. I can't even lie, bro. Drake in Raleigh is crazy, though.
Facts.
Drake in Raleigh is crazy. Is this the closest he's ever been?
I don't know. I don't know his tour history up here in North Carolina. I do know on his tours that he released the dates for his tour coming up. I think he's not coming to Charlotte, though.
Nah, I think the closest he's coming to Atlanta, I think.
I think Atlanta is the closest one here.
And it's on sale for only $600 a ticket, so...
And I told myself I was gonna go because I was like,
Oh, you was really gonna pay that $600?
I don't know.
For nosebleeds?
Not right now.
I mean, that's the same reason why I can't do Dreamville right now. Honestly, like, I really want to go. I've already had the opportunity to watch J. Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the main person that was on my bucket list I had to see. Now Drake. I feel like we talk about Drake on this podcast a lot, for one, but two, like, I don't care what nobody says. Drake is one of my GOATs, man. Like, all time. I need to see this man perform before I die. Like, it's on my bucket list, bro. I need to see this.
You know, the Drake tour, that was actually what I meant to talk about, too. It's all a blur. We saw how he did the rollout with the video going all the way back to his days and, Degrassi and in his mom's basement to now. Feels like a... retirement.
Oh my god!
And he did say,
bro.
We were talking about the Yachty video a few episodes ago, if I'm not mistaken, where he was telling Yachty, "Look, I'm making my graceful exit." Well, he feels like he wants to.
He's not though.
I don't know. That promo it felt a little bit like.
It is very like reminiscent of his entire career.
Yeah.
But okay, Drake can have this like argument that at this point he has nothing left to prove. Like he's dabbled in different genres. He can rap. He can sing. He can do whatever that house music EDM stuff was in that other Honestly Nevermind album.
Yeah.
So I guess it's fair to say he doesn't have too much left to prove. But at the same time, he's young, bro. Like Drake is not that old.
I mean, he young, but
he's younger old. He's younger old. Like he's the young old guy. Yeah. Like he up there with Cole and them in terms of age.
I feel like I couldn't blame him if he was to put it down because I mean it's been a long time. Like it's 2023. He been going since 2007.
Yeah.
So I mean
Young Money era.
Yeah. Like that was a long time ago.
Yeah. And then I mean, for one, I never would think I'd see Drake headlining it for a Raleigh music fest. But could this be a part of your argument that he's?
Yeah, like he doing more stuff like this. Like, is he starting to look like this gonna be y'all last chance to see me type? And I felt like when he rolled out the tour, to me it didn't feel like it was a lot of dates on there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he's skipping places like Charlotte.
Yeah,
and he doing a lot of.
But he is coming to Raleigh, so that's probably why.
Yeah, that's probably why too. But
I don't know. I might have to end up taking that trip to ATL if I can't. I mean, at this point, Dreamville is a dub. So all of y'all who are going to Dreamville, congratulations. Y'all are lucky. Y'all get to see Drake. Y'all get to see Usher, Burna Boy. Who else? Lil Durk.
I think Ari Lennox is out there again too.
Yeah, we're gonna get all of Dreamville, Earth Gang.
Pretty good lineup.
I would say that this is this is the best lineup he's had. And I remember on Twitter, he was hyping it up, and people were like, "Oh, you was just hyping it up for Usher to headline and Burna Boy and Lil Durk." But I mean, once you get Drake, there's not really much more artists under him you need to have to keep your event to be at the caliber that you're trying to have it be at.
And I'm sorry, but Usher a legend. That's legend status. Yeah. Like that's like, I mean, for us, he probably wouldn't be. That probably not like a big name for us.
Yeah,
our generation. But the older crowd. That's how you get them in the building.
That is how you get the older crowd in the building. I mean, I will say that Usher is still one of those R&B goats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, he definitely
he unarguably. Yeah. But for Dreamville, though,
it is a different type of venue.
Like I'm trying to think, who would I have liked to see outside of Usher be a headliner? And I don't want to say that in a negative light, like Usher isn't headline worthy. I won't say that because he is. But who would have been a better person to have headline when you already have J. Cole and Drake headlining? I just feel like Usher isn't the name that you have up there to properly uphold the other people too.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it just popped in my head, and it's unfortunate. But I feel like Young Thug would have been a great first day headliner if he was gonna have Drake, or maybe just have them on the same day.
Yeah,
but
because Drake is supposed to perform at the last day type of thing, right? Okay.
Second day.
I think an artist that would have been a good caliber artist to still have that wasn't Usher. Who do you think, bro? I low-key think like Kodak.
Yeah.
Kodak would have been a crazy headliner to have. And plus, we know J. Cole mess with Kodak.
Or you want to
just had a talk with a young brother. Kodak reminded me of young from Phil. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you want to keep the R&B type, Blast.
Okay. Yeah. But I at that point I'll take Usher though.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. But I would just say Blast because I know he kind of like our speed, our generation.
Yeah.
So, and he up and coming. So.
Nah, Blast is tough. I like his music.
Yeah, I do. I appreciate it.
I mean I really want to see from those who go how this experience was. So once y'all go, I need videos, pictures, everything, bro.
Flood the timeline.
We should have got a reporting credential, a Brickz credential to go and cover the dang
we could have seen
performance for y'all, bro. But yeah, we'll see how Dreamville go. Y'all definitely tap in with us on the story. Let us know. UNC buzz has been going crazy, especially UNC basketball. And I can't wait to get into this because we had a lot of people transfer, and we started getting to this last episode a little bit, but all the transfers: Puff Johnson, Dontrez Styles, Tyler Nickel, Justin McCoy, Caleb Love, and that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it from the men's side, and of
Yeah.
course we also gonna talk about Kennedy Todd Williams too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And Destiny Adams transferred too, right?
Destiny Adams did transfer too.
It's getting real.
Yeah.
We lost what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 starting lineup right there, pretty much. 5 players going. First of all, where do you? None of these players outside of Kennedy Todd Williams has committed to a new school yet.
Yeah.
Where do you have them going? And yeah, let's start with where do you have them going first? Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb Love. Now, I know we just got some news between today and yesterday that it has been confirmed him and Indiana have mutual interests.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Indiana spot. They got some good pieces there, of course. They always have a good team. But then again, I look at Indiana almost like Carolina. And they have a standard. They have an identity. And to me, Caleb Love's game, it can fit an identity and a standard.
Mm-hmm.
But I see his game and how he tries to play as more like pro level. And to me, the only thing he needed to do was be more of a consistent shot maker and make better basketball decisions.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I feel like the way he plays the game now is, almost close, if not already, pro ready. And for that reason, I don't think there's been any buzz on it or anything, going for this. But I would like to see him, go to a school like Kentucky, where we know John Calipari, like, he'll bring guards on like that, like pro style game. Let them, handle the offense. Make some plays, stack up the stats. Like, I would like to see him in a system like that, just flourish and play his game. But I know he also wants to win in college. Like, that's his nature.
Yeah.
We saw it here at UNC. Like, he was very passionate about winning. So I can see Indiana. I can also see some slight buzz around Mizzou and possibly going back home to Missouri. But yeah, definitely not the ACC though. I don't see him going to an ACC school. But
I feel like that would be
Big Ten.
wrong if he was to stay in the ACC. that would low-key be wrong to me. Mainly because, for one, if you're going to leave, you need to leave the whole environment you're in. Like that would be like him going to Duke or like going to State, and we're about to get on that soon too. But I don't feel like he needs to stay in the ACC at all. Like you said, Big Ten is probably a good new environment for him to be under a new playing style, new coach. And I was saying this long before he even announced it, but I was like, he doesn't need to go to the draft right now. That's for sure. But he also doesn't hold on. I just realized this wasn't plugged in.
Dang. So it wasn't recording this whole time.
We're going to keep going. I just realized, small pause in the podcast. I just realized our mics weren't hooked up, but it should still sound good. We're gonna listen over it. But the thing with Caleb is I feel like, at this point he needs to, I said that he needed to transfer. Like, he shouldn't go to the draft. Shouldn't try to stay here and do another year here because it just wasn't working under Hubert. But going to the transfer portal would be something that probably work out for him, where he can be back in that role where he's the most ball dominant player. Like, almost reminds me of like James Harden, Russell Westbrook before they left their OG teams. Like, they need to be the ball dominant scorer. Like, he just needs to be the one that always has the green light, which he did have here, but in the sense where he genuinely does have the green light. Hold on. I just paused this so I can pick it up. All right, there we go. Hold on. All right. Okay. Quick little pause. Technical difficulties. We back though. But yeah, what you got to say about that, Shivo?
Yeah, like you said, like I would like to see him like ball dominant, you know, allow him to play his game. And I think Hubert tried to do that here, but like I said, a place like Carolina, where you also got great players like R.J. Davis, Armando Bacot, and you have a system, you have a standard. Sometimes you just can't let that fly, especially if it's not working.
Yeah.
And I think with that too, it's also going to be interesting to see what R.J. Davis and Mondo do their year together.
Yeah, man. Mondo
spread his wings as well, being the dominant guard back there.
Are you surprised Mondo came back?
I am. I actually am. But that was another thing too I want to get into is just that NIL. Like at this point, with all the transfers and all the NIL stuff, that's just the state of college athletics for real.
Yeah.
And I mean, as much as some people may say, oh, it's making it to where kids aren't loyal to schools, or it's muddying up, the landscape of parity and all that. I would say, for cases like Armando Bacot, where kids are coming back, they're staying with the programs, staying in college. I think that helps college basketball. And we were talking about a few years ago where we were saying this college basketball was dying because kids are like, hey, why would I go to college and play for free if I'm only going to play for a year when I can go to Australia, I can go to the G League, go overseas and do a year, get paid, and get my stock up for the draft.
Yeah.
But now kids are like, hey, I can do that. I can go to a college, I can get education if I want to, and get paid, and get my stock up for the draft.
Yeah.
So,
I feel it. I understand it. I mean, I don't even know if surprise was the right word to use with Armando coming back because I'm less surprised and just more of like, okay, for sure. Like, he's going to get an NIL deal, like you said. He's making it probably as much money right now as he will with an NBA contract. So, if the case of you trying to figure out either if you're going to go or not because of money or injury or whatever, blah, 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 money's not the issue, obviously. You drive a Carolina Blue Audi. Like, you're good. You have a chef. You have you're living your best possible life you can at Carolina. So at that point, why would you leave? His draft stock is not that high. I don't see it getting any higher, honestly. Even with him staying another year, like this would have been a year to leave. He had a better year than he did last year. He gets better every year. Mm-hmm. So at this point, if he does stay, which he is, now let's see some improvements. Can you shoot? Can you do more than just bully ball? Where's the finesse at? We need to start building your NBA game. Yeah, like now next year's your last year. You're pulling a leaky. You're trying to stay till you're 25. That's cool. But if you have league aspirations, I need Armando to hit at least one jumper this next season. Like I need to see an Embiid Jokic style play. Yeah. For his draft stock to even get into the top 60. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We only get 2 rounds. So that's what I feel like we need to see out of him. He needs to have more finesse.
I mean, we even seen Rudy Gobert taking turnaround fadeaway jump shots now.
Yeah.
So there's no the big man of the NBA is not the traditional down in the post all game.
Yeah.
Pound for pound. Nah, you're gonna have to face up. You have to have some dribble moves about you. You have to have a jump shot about you. That's just how the NBA works now.
At least a sky hook.
Something.
He just gets in the paint and but what he does, it works for him. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And for college basketball, that works. My fear is that it's just not going to work in the NBA. Like, I can't see that style the way he plays right now translating. He's not doing that against Embiid. Like, he's not doing that. Shoot, he's not even doing that against Nicholas Claxton. Like, that's getting pounded. So, pause. But, I just, I can't see it. Now, Dontrez, him transferring was not as a surprise to me as much as Puff was. I hear rumors that NC State might be where his crystal ball projection is, and I'm not mad at that. I cannot be mad at that for some reason, bro. What's your thoughts on it?
I respect it. I think if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I think NC State was one of the schools that was recruiting him
before he even came to UNC. Yeah.
So I mean. Now, I know he's from Kinston, and it's the whole thing. Kinston dudes love UNC. But, I mean, I understand why he would feel frustrated from his time here. Because he gets in the tournament, in some of the biggest games last year and makes plays.
Yeah.
And then the next year, he's like an afterthought.
He doesn't play.
He didn't play at all. Like he didn't even play enough to where we could be like, we look at him and be like, okay, there's some flashes. It was like,
it was like he just hasn't had enough playing time.
Yeah. So I mean, why not? You know, Kevin Keats is building up a program at NC State. Turquavion is leaving.
Yeah.
He'll be a good guard to add for some athleticism and some shooting. So I mean, if it fits, why not?
If the shoe fits. I mean, I feel like their playing style even is better for him. Like they're real athletic.
Yeah.
Like one thing NC State does well is that they know how to recruit like just some dogs. Like the players that they have got some dog in them. Like they got a chip on their shoulder type of playing style. And UNC got all these privileged like that, like you can tell they just ain't got it out the mud for real. And it even reflects in their playing style. Like y'all got money, y'all come from money, y'all hoop like y'all don't have passion in it. Y'all hoop like, I'm trying to even find a word to describe it, but they don't hoop with any type of desire to me. Like they don't hoop with a sense of urgency. Now Montrez and his playing style, at least from what we was able to see, like he's one of the most athletic players on the team. I would say next to like him, Leaky, Seth, and Caleb. Like so, and he was probably the most athletic out of all of them in terms of age and height and strength and all this stuff. So him being utilized on that NC State team, I think will work out perfectly fine for them. They already have that type of playing style, and I feel like that coaching is going to work better with him. Like at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff does boil down to the coaching, and I'm not afraid at this point now to blame things, start blaming things on Hubert. And I feel like we're going to see that. Mark my words, I feel like we're going to see that with Caleb, because Caleb is going to have a career season wherever he goes. If it's with the right coach and the right team, he's going to have one of the best seasons of his whole career.
Yeah.
And if that happens, if he has one of the best seasons that he has, I'm going to immediately come back to this episode for 31, 47-second minute mark and say, see, I told you so.
I mean, as a coach, like you said, you got to get the best out of your players. And that's like the number one proof right there. If they didn't bring out their best with you and they go somewhere else and they do.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you say? I mean, at that point, it's like, man, I didn't really do the best I could with this kid. I didn't do my job. But, you know, Hubert, I feel like, I don't think he's on a hot seat yet. Because
he's not.
Yeah, I always said they got to wait till his recruits come in and see what he can do.
He has about 2 years. I said, I used to start off saying he had 3 years starting from when he started his position to prove himself. But that first year makes things a little blurry because it's like, okay, we've had a really bad season and a really good turnaround season. And the biggest difference between last year and this year was that it was a turnaround season, which proved to me that there is some good coaching there. But with this season being so bad and no turnaround and completely continue to plummet, we need at least a year or two to be like, okay, was it a fluke or is he genuinely just not that good? Like was the first year just by luck of chance, or is it that, okay, now we got Caleb out of here, you still have a good center in Armando, who I'm not too worried about messing with any type of chemistry of the team, same with RJ, and now you can really start to build your pieces around these players. Now, if it's still not working then now we can really start putting all the fire on Hubert. But that beginning year makes things just so weird because we got all the way to a championship. Like, we were right there and we should have won it. Like, I'm perfectly fine with saying in my eyes, like if we finished the game, we would have easily won that championship. 2022 champions. You know what I'm saying? So, and
the thing was, shout out to Professor Tim Crothers, creative sports writing. He made a great point in class when we found out Caleb was transferring. That, you know, had that 15 minutes in the second half went different. We won that game, like all those kids were left anyway.
Yeah.
And we probably would have had a good season this year in the first place, but nobody would have cared because.
And Armando only came back. I don't care what you tell me. He only came back to run it back.
Yeah.
And then they didn't get it done. And he's coming back again to run it back. Like he's said multiple times, he was literally infatuated with the school. Like, he loved UNC. He has no problem staying here. If he could stay a 6th, 7th, 8th year, he'd probably stay a 6th, 7th, 8th year. So, he wants to get the job done, and that's the only thing that surprises me a little bit is that like I know at this point he is only coming back for a championship. Like this was his best. He broke UNC records. Like his name is stamped in UNC history. His jersey's going to be hanging in the rafters. So for you to have the year that you've had and then still be like, let's do it again. Like you won a championship.
That's some passion there.
Yeah.
That's a want to.
I feel like I made a bold statement there, and I want to see if you agree with it. Do you feel like Armando, when it's all said and done, his jersey gonna be up there in the Raptors with Joe Barry and Michael Jordan and all them?
I feel like it has to. I mean, number one rebounds, a championship run. They didn't win it, and I think the requirement is you have to win a ring. But I think they're gonna have to change that for Mondo if they don't win it next year.
That's probably why he came back.
Yeah,
he wants his name to be
I think
there.
that's a requirement. But I think they should change that because we've seen in so many years of basketball, both college and NBA.
That's not true though. I don't think
it's not true.
Is Marcus Page jersey up there? And Bryce Johnson?
Let's see. I'm about to look it up
because they never won a championship, and they're arguably. Not even arguably, they're my favorite UNC basketball players. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the era I really grew up on watching UNC basketball. They made me fell in love with UNC basketball.
The 2017 season.
That shot against Villanova, what?
Crazy.
I think Marcus Page jersey is up there. It would be crazy if it's not.
To have his jersey honored, the player must have met one of the following.
One of the following.
Criteria. Let's see.
Quick little
MVP of a national championship winning team. Member of a gold medal winning Olympic team. First or second team All-America. ACC Player of the Year in NCAA tournament most outstanding player. So Mondo did he get first or second team All-American? Let's see.
I want to say he got first team.
2020.
What did he get this year?
Let me see. 2023 All-American.
Not the Brickz staff not knowing their stuff.
Nah, this is almost trivia.
Nah, quick Brickz trivia. But while you looking at that, I feel like, according to those accolades, if that's what he needs to get done this year, he better get one of them done if you want to be stamped.
Yeah. Actually, is it not coming out until? Oh no, they got it. I was about to say. So the AP All-American team first team was Zach Edey from Purdue, Jason Wilson from Kansas, Tracy Jackson Davis from Indiana.
He is not on there.
Yeah,
I can already tell he's not on there.
Second team, he's not on there either.
That's low key crazy.
He made the third team.
That's low key crazy. That shows you too just how good you have to be consistently. Like,
but I think
he might get it next year.
He might get it next year, but I think even if he had decided to leave, he had to have his name in the Raptors.
He has to. I don't know. They need to make an accommodation or something, and I'm really not trying to be like Rodden or nothing crazy, but there's not too many. Like, he's the most dominant big we've had since Bryce Johnson.
Yeah. And
I will argue that he's a better big than Bryce Johnson was.
Yeah. Bryce Johnson was very athletic.
He's super athletic.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even say that he's close to his athleticism, but that's where I will give him points towards his basketball IQ. Because as much as he does not play with finesse or anything, like I said, he knows what works and what works for him and what works for that team. And he is going to guarantee, like, if I'm doing my prize picks, I will always put him over 10 plus rebounds.
Yeah,
like, double every time. He's going to average one. But yeah, man. But Dontrez at State, not too mad about that. And then the only other one, I mean, well, I'm not going to word it like that, but I don't really care where Justin McCoy goes. Tyler Nickel was a bigger loss than we're making it out to be. But, hey, I mean, he's a freshman. He wanted to leave. Go be great, man. But Puff, that really surprised me. And where do you think he's going to end up?
I did see, it was interesting that Kentucky did reach out to him. That's an interesting one. Puff, I really like Puff's game, his hustle. He has some shot, a little bit of a shot making ability, not very consistent.
Yeah.
But he'll lay it all out there. Go get a rebound and dive on the floor. So I think he can be valuable in that aspect to any team.
Yeah, facts.
I think it's just up to him. Whatever team reaches out and whatever best fits him, his wants and needs, I think that's where he's going to end up. I think it's interesting that Kentucky's reaching out, that's a good look for him if that's where he ends up going. But
yeah. I mean, Puff makes me question the coaching stuff a little bit more just because I could have predicted outside of Tyler Nickel as well. But Caleb, Justin, and Dontrez, all of those, that makes sense transferring.
Yeah.
Tyler Nickel, I feel like he was being a little impatient. He's a freshman still. You know what I'm saying? Time. And he got some of the most love out of all the freshmen, him and Seth Trimble. Yeah. So I feel like he kind of rushed that decision, but that's on him. But Puff, that really threw me off, bro, because I knew he loved this team. His brother had a legacy here, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like next year he was next up. If he won't start, he's sixth man. Yeah. He already pretty much sixth man now. So with Dontrez leaving too, I would have gave him a starting position. But like you said, he got that dog in him, bro. Like he's gonna hustle. He's gonna give you hustle stats. He's gonna give you stuff on the stat sheet, but he's also gonna give you stuff that's not gonna always appear on the stat sheet, which is what I really like about him.
Yeah.
And that's why I liked him on the team because nobody else would play like that. Like he's gonna go out there, he's gonna dive on the floor, he's gonna throw up during the championship game. He's gonna do whatever, but he's gonna go out there and play. He's gonna go out there and hustle if he don't do nothing else. Yeah. So like you said, that asset that does make him valuable. Like you said, I honestly don't know where he's gonna end up. Like I can't really see since his offensive bag is still improving. I don't know what team really needs a Puff Johnson. Like I feel like he should have just stayed, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, it would have been his junior year. Like you said, he probably would have been starting.
Yeah.
And, that's the time to get your stock up, make some plays. But
I mean, I feel like at this point, most schools that he transfers to, he'll be in the same position that he was at here, which like he would have to go to a lower quality D1 school, I feel like, to get whatever it is he's probably looking for, whether that's more ball time or playing time. Like, I don't know. I wish I knew more what went behind that decision. But as of right now, I personally don't even have a trajectory for him. But wherever he does end up, I feel like it will be kind of a more low-key D1 type of school. ODU or something. I ain't gonna play him like that, but yeah, man. But yeah, so last Kennedy Todd Williams.
Oh yeah.
That shocked me too, bro.
That shocked me when I heard that she was transferring because like Toddy, like anybody that watches UNC women's basketball and seen to come up with Deja Kelly and Toddy, like they 2-2. Like Deja Kelly, of course, always had that offensive bag, but Toddy was like the defensive stopper, and then she developed her game. Like literally every year, she's gotten better.
Yeah.
And became to like her second option. So I think that was very interesting news to hear that she was leaving because everyone knows like the chemistry and how long those girls have played together. Yeah. You just knew like it was only a matter of time that they was gonna make a deep tournament run, and they were hard. I mean, I hated the way they lost to Ohio State.
Yeah.
I feel like some things out of their control affected that game, and I think they win that game like. They're in the Sweet 16. I think they can win that Sweet 16 matchup, and they're possibly
a whole different possibility.
Yeah, it's like a whole different possibility. So that's interesting. And I remember like it was like the day before she committed, they were saying, "Oh yeah, she's taking the visit to Ole Miss," and then for her to commit like literally the next day.
Yeah,
that's interesting. But props to Ole Miss. They're building a good program down there with Coach Yo.
Props to them for real.
The SEC is gonna be tough. It's gonna be that's a good look for Kennedy though. Go down to like one of the most competitive conferences in women's basketball, competing against the best. Don Staley, LSU, Tennessee as well. Like she's gonna get better, and she's gonna get seen down there too.
Yeah, I mean I ain't mad at it for sure, but it makes me question what's going on with the women's team too. Because why? Like, I just don't see why they're building up what I would say legacy. Since Coach Vanguard has gotten in there, the women's team has did a complete 180. So now they're going in the direction they need to, like, rank 8th? And were they ranked 8th in their ACC seeding for the March Madness tournament?
They were a 6 seed.
Six seed?
Yeah, 6 seed for the March Madness. Yeah.
So 6 seed for the March Madness tournament, like that's really good for especially for women's basketball.
And that was low. That was actually low for them. You know, they were really expected to be around. I would say 3 to 5.
Yeah.
6 was kind of low. So.
And she played such a big role in them being good. So, you know, she was like the RJ to Caleb type of thing with Deja Kelly. But I'm not too worried about her leaving. Like, that gives Paulina more time to really shine. And I feel like I already said she's next up when Deja leaves. Like, passing the torch for real. So, I like to see her get more confident in her offensive bag. We see what to expect from her a little bit. Destiny Adams, that kind of caught me off guard too with her transferring, but also not that huge of a loss in my eyes. She was just starting to get her bag together though, you know. So that is where I was hoping to see more out of her next year. But I feel like, you know, Kendi Tollins was a big hit, but not as big as a hit. I think the women's team is going to be in good standing still. I think they'll still play fine, have a good season. Yeah. And hopefully we get to play against Ole Miss in the March Madness tournament or something.
Yeah, man. Like,
we need to get our lick back for our league. Facts.
But hey, I really want to see Kendi succeed though. So I don't know. And she was like one of my favorite players on that team. Man.
Yeah.
Just like, so it's gonna be bittersweet if that matchup does happen. But yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's college basketball now.
That is college basketball.
Don't get too attached to your favorite players.
Yeah, because the transfer portal real. And NIL deals are real. So, but yeah, man, I'm about to wrap it up soon. I don't know if you had any final remarks. First episode back. We about to get the pace back right. Look out on the IG soon. Yeah. When we post, we're going to post, which is, I guess, today, technically, since it'll be Friday. But this next episode gonna be a little interactive.
Yeah, it's gonna be a totally different. We ain't talking about sports in this.
Nah, no more sports for this one. We really about to get in the nitty gritty. So y'all pay attention to the story. We're gonna be having polls, Q&As and stuff because we really want to see what y'all got to say about this next one. So, I ain't gonna say too much because I actually want y'all to be active on the page and listen. So keep an eye out. Special guest. We're gonna have our boy on here. Y'all see that on the gram too. Yep. But yeah, man, that's all I got. What you got, Shivo?
Yeah, that's it, man. Just everybody, glad to be back. Glad y'all had a safe spring break, and like I said, we gonna finish strong this last stretch, and we gonna keep providing y'all some content every Friday from here on out.
Every Friday, you already know what it is. Make sure y'all comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Share it with your friends. If you ain't listening to the Brickz, then you ain't listening to shh.
I like that.
Oh, that's the new outro. Yeah. That's the new outro on the fly.
You ain't listening to it.
You ain't listening to shh. You hear me? But yeah, that's all, man. We'll see y'all again next Friday. Appreciate the love and support and tapping in with us. And we out.